We're back for our daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel for Monday, August 11th. It's a Monday, so not all teams playing Major League Baseball today, but we've got a good enough slate, and we found our 5 best bets again for this MLB Monday. Yesterday, a 4-1 day on the channel. Everything hit other than Cleveland Guardians money line, which was the best odds we had on anything in terms of, like, it was minus 135, and we lost it because the White Sox got off to an early lead and didn't give it up. It's okay. We went 4-1 yesterday. Nats hit at plus money. I believe Cincinnati closed at plus money or close to that. I got it at plus 100. We closed the day with Cardinals money line at plus money. Really good day yesterday. We had Brian Bello went over his strikeout marks easily. Let's keep it moving today for this Monday. And folks, before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for some more daily MLB Best Bets here on the channel. This week on Greedo Plays MMA, our UFC 319 predictions posted yesterday from Chicago, Illinois. The champion, Dricus du Plessis, defends against Khamzat Chimaev, one of the biggest fights of the year. Go make sure to check out that video, link in the description down below. And today we're going to have our PFL predictions. In the main event, Alfie Davis, Gadzi Rabadanov for the PFL lightweight strap. We'll have Contender Series picks tomorrow as well, and best bets for that UFC 319 card. Make sure to check out Greedo Plays MMA, link in the description down below. Okay, on to the first of our 5 best bets today for the MLB. Hear me out. I like the Phillies a lot on the road in Cincinnati. I know we took the Reds yesterday, but this is why I'm taking Philadelphia. And even with Andrew Abbott on the mound, I think this is the perfect spot to go with Philly at plus money. On paper, and sure, name-wise and what both guys have done throughout the course of the season, you look at the starting pitching matchup, Taijuan Walker, Andrew Abbott, you think, oh, Abbott's an all-star, Walker's gone through his struggles, at least just throughout this Philadelphia tenure, I'm going to go Reds. No. This is a great spot for the Phillies. Taijuan Walker in the month, late July, post-All-Star break, late July, early August, has been effective, and he's been throwing quality starts for Philadelphia. And Andrew Abbott, since the All-Star break, hasn't been the best. Cincinnati is 1-3 in Andrew Abbott starts post-break. And this is Cincinnati who's gone full out, trying to win, obviously, trying to make their push to the postseason, went and bought at the deadline. They're only a game and a half out now of the wild card spot behind the New York Metropolitans. And they're 1-3 in Abbott starts. 2 of these starts he didn't pitch all that badly in, and one of them they got a win against Tampa Bay. The other one against the Mets, he went 6 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs. That's a quality start. His last 2 starts, though, are not great. Again, they're not horrible, but against a team like the Phillies, who are going to take advantage of everything, who are so great, I don't know if I like this, right? Abbott against the Braves, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs. Chicago, 6 2/3, Cubs, 6 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs. Again, the Reds lose both of those games. The one against the Braves was the one that ended up being the 12-11 game that got finished in extra innings, and then they lose to the Cubs 6-1 last Wednesday. Look at the Phillies lineup. The Phillies are coming off of a sweep in Texas against the Rangers. This is probably the best team in baseball right now. And they have been my pick to win the World Series all year long. I don't want to go through my rant about Philadelphia. This is, to me, it feels like their last real chance, at least with the current core, until they have to kind of tear down and put more pieces around Turner and Harper. They're great right now. 19 games over 500. Schwarber's hitting well. Turner's hitting well. Harper's hitting well. The bottom of the lineup's producing. Harrison Bader's robbing home runs. Zach Wheeler's pitching well. Christopher Sanchez, for the most part, is pitching pretty well. They get Aaron Nola back soon, and they're just running away with the National League East because of how bad the Mets are right now. So it looks like the Phillies are going to win the division yet again. I think their only thing right now is if they can get, a bye in the postseason and avoid the wild card round between them, the Brewers, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Potentially the Padres if they overtake the Dodgers. Philly has won 6 out their last 7 games, winning 2 out of 3 against Baltimore at home, and then sweeping Texas on the road. That's a Rangers team that's trying to make the playoffs. That's a Rangers team that's right there in the race in the American League wildcard for the last American League wildcard spot. And the Phillies win 2 close games. They blow them out on Friday. Philly's a good team. And Taijuan Walker has been serviceable. Look at his last start on Tuesday against the Orioles. 6 innings, 4 hits, 0 runs. Walker, at worst case, Taijuan Walker is going to give you a quality start. 3.53 ERA for Walker this season. Had a stint in the bullpen. He's back in the starting rotation. Since re-becoming a starter, Walker's ERA is like 3.4. Now, I'm going to take that. And Andrew Abbott against Philadelphia, I don't really care who pitches against Philadelphia. Kyle Schwarber hits tanks against anybody. Bryce Harper is still one of the best hitters on the planet. Trey Turner is a problem as well. And sure, That's 1 through 3, and then you get the Castellanos of the world and whatnot. JT Realmuto and, Johan Rojas, who went yard yesterday. That will figure itself out, and that's the main reason why I'm a little hesitant on Philly to win the World Series. I think they're still going to do it, but it's just they didn't add anything to the bottom of their lineup other than Harrison Bader, who's a great glove and at the plate. But in this specific spot, I like them to beat the Reds. Another big reason, guys, look how many guys the Reds used in their bullpen yesterday. So I was happy the Reds won. Complete barn burner in Pittsburgh. I thought like 10 times during that game the Reds were going to choke it away. They win the game 14-8 in Pittsburgh. That bullpen is so exhausted, though. Look how many guys they had to pitch yesterday. So Lytle goes 4 2/3. They got to go to Scott Barlow to start out the bullpen. Then they go to Sam Maul. They go to, is it Luis or Lucas May? Luis May, who came in, got a ground out of Nick Gonzalez, and then walked 3 guys right after, literally on 12 pitches, I'm pretty sure. Or maybe he had 1 strike. It was horrible. Then they got to use Graham Ashcraft, who pitched 24 pitches, and then they had to use Brent Suter to end the game. Cincinnati had to use a lot of that bullpen yesterday. It's going to be really dependent on how deep Abbott goes in this one, and I think the Phillies are able to get him out of there somewhat early. I just think it's a rough spot for Cincinnati after that long extended game yesterday, and at the same time, you're playing one of the best teams in Major League Baseball. I'm taking the Philadelphia Phillies to go on the road and win in Cincinnati. Abbott has not been all-star level recently, and Walker's been serviceable. I'm taking the Phillies at plus 110 to go win at Great American Ballpark. To our second best bet of the video, let's go to our Washington Nationals best bet of the day. I am taking the Washington Nationals money line again for the 4th consecutive day. I'm going Nats plus 125. Okay, it's hit, in 2 out of the last 3 days. Nationals go into Oracle Park. They go into San Francisco, California, and win 2 of 3, our first series win in a very long time. I'm taking them to win this first game in Kansas City. And no, I'm not going to take Nats money line in every single game of this series. I'm guaranteeing you right now, the Nats could win 20-0 today. They won't, but they could. And I still would not go Nats money line tomorrow. The next 2 games of this series, I am completely staying away from Nats money line. I'm excited and I'm glad we've gotten to a point in the Nationals this season where we do have 3 starters 2 I rely on and I count on. I hope Cade Cavalli's the 3rd. I don't know yet at a Cade Cavalli, but I am going to go with the Nationals here because of Cavalli, and I'll tell you why in a second. The reason I'm not going Nats money line for the rest of the series is, well, tomorrow we're going to see, I think it's Mitch tomorrow, and then Jake Irvin. No, it's Jake. It's going to be, no, it is Mitch on Tuesday and Jake Irvin on Wednesday. I can't handle that shit. Okay, I can't handle those 2 guys right now. Irvin's better than Parker by far, but it's just I'm not going to bet on either of those guys. I will bet on Cade Cavalli right now. So, if you don't know who Cade Cavalli is, former Oklahoma Sooner, first-round draft pick. He's 26 years of age now. Tommy John surgery in 2022, early 2023. Finally built his way back to the Major League roster after a very mediocre year in AAA. However, velo's always still been good. He's missed with spots in AAA this year. But comes up to the bigs, pitches his first Major League start in 3 years. Last Wednesday against the Athletics, goes 4 1/3 innings, 3 hits, 0 runs. They didn't allow him to go too deep in that game, I believe, because it was just his first Major League start. He was at 88 pitches, but I think again they'll expand that to potentially the triple digits soon. I'd expect Cavalli to go 5 or 6 innings today. And I said it after that A's start. I really like him going to Kansas City and pitching. I would have preferred if he got to pitch against the Giants, don't get me wrong. But you look at what the Royals are doing, and this is not a team that scares me offensively. They've got guys, don't get me wrong. They've got your Bobby Witts. They got Michael Garcia. I guess Pasquantino's having a good year. Salvia Perez at his age is still doing well enough. The rest of the lineup does not scare me. Mike Yastrzemski doesn't move me in 2025. Jonathan India does not move me in 2025. It's not a juggernaut of a lineup. Right, there's a reason Kansas City's not in the position this year like they were last year, making it to the ALDS. This is a team that just lost 2 of 3 games in Minnesota against the Twins, and they will be sending Bailey Falter to the mound, the former Pittsburgh Pirate. Again, Falter was incredible in Pittsburgh this season. He built himself up to the point where he had good trade value at the deadline, had a 3.7 ERA, first start as a Kansas City Royal at Fenway Park. He goes 4 innings, 8 hits, and gives up 7 runs. I like the Nationals right now against left-handed pitching. I do. James Wood's hitting the ball well again right now. He's hitting the ball extremely well. He's so back, and they're batting him in the leadoff spot. It might be the best thing to ever happen to his career. CJ Abrams, there's no matchup CJ doesn't like. Josh Bell's hitting the ball really well from the right side of the plate, and it's a legitimate, I can't believe this is a big factor to us winning games right now. Paul DeYoung, though, is actually smacking the cover off of the ball. And Paul DeJong feasts on righty-lefty matchups. Same with Brady House. We've got guys who can hit left-handed pitching right now. And am I, overplaying their series win in San Francisco? Maybe. But I think it's a combination tonight of, okay, Cade Cavalli was really effective in that first A's start. And now you match him up with the Royals lineup that has a couple guys, don't get me wrong, but it's a manageable lineup in a pitcher-friendly park. I think Cade Cavalli is going to have a really good night. Again, did not give up a single run in his first outing in 3 years against the Athletics. Bailey Falter struggled in his first start with Kansas City. And you got guys like DeJong, like House, like Wood, who I know is a lefty, but still guys who hit left-handed pitching really well. And how about Josh Bell, right? So I'm going to go Nats money line today. I'm going to go plus 125. And again, another big reason why I'm taking the Nats is Josh Bell. I know I've come on here and I've talked bad about Josh Bell all season long, and that's not because I don't like Josh Bell. I love Josh Bell. I wanted more out of the guy this season. Well, Josh Bell right now is proving that actually he probably deserves a contract extension with the Washington Nationals. I don't know if that's 1 year. I would do 2, honestly, because I've come to the point now with the Nationals. I know they're not going to go out and sign multiple big free agents. Maybe we get 1, maybe we get 2, but we're sure as hell not getting a first baseman and a DH, right? So Josh Bell can do one or the other, okay? And we can sign either a first baseman or DH, all right? Perfect world, we're getting Pete Alonso, we're getting Kyle Schwarber. Is that likely? Probably not, okay? Probably more likely is actually Pete Alonso at this point. Anyways, regardless, I think we need to bring back Josh Bell. Because Bell this season now, for a guy who at one point this year was batting 160, he was legitimately the worst hitter in baseball early in May. He's now batting 235. He's got an above average league OPS at 735. He's got 14 home runs. He's hitting the ball now from the right side of the plate, and he had a fantastic series in San Francisco against the Giants. He had hits in all 3 of those games. He had 2 hits and 2 hits on Saturday, a double and a home run. And on Sunday yesterday, Josh Bell goes 3 for 5 with with a double and 2 singles and walked as well. Josh Bell is really good right now for the Nationals. And I don't see why you wouldn't bring him back. Josh Bell's only 32. He's not old. And you look at a guy like Nathaniel Lowe, who isn't producing nearly as well as Josh Bell. We were raving about Nathaniel Lowe's offseason. In the offseason, we were raving about Nathaniel Lowe's potential of being a great defender. He's not. Josh Bell is more than serviceable at first base, and whether he comes back in a DH role or a platoon first base role with a Yohandy Morales next year, I'm okay with that. And then we just need to sign a DH, obviously. What we can't do, though, is bring back Bell and Nathaniel Lowe at the same time. I have no problem with Bell. I'd love Bell back. We cannot bring Nathaniel Lowe back. We need to improve right there with the Nathaniel Lowe position. Josh Bell, he can contribute. And like Josh Bell has done time in and time out, he has, aided contenders. He can help us make that next playoff push as well, especially the way he's hitting from the right side of the plate right now. So I'm very enthused by how Josh Bell is playing. I've always been a Josh Bell fan. Again, I was frustrated early in the season, but I was so frustrated because I do have high expectations for the guy, and I am such a fan of the book club leader, Josh Bell. Really happy by the way he's playing, though, and I think he's going to be a big reason why the Nationals win today in Kansas City, even from the right side of the plate against Bailey Falter. So impressed with Bell. Need him to stick around with the Nationals. Give him a 1 or 2 year extension. I don't see why not. Don't let this guy walk in free agency. Get him back. But again, Nats money line today plus 125. Again, Bell's a big reason to that. Let's go on now to our third best bet of the video. We move to our best player prop of the day. I'm going Shohei Otani over 1.5 total bags in Anaheim against the Angels. I was a little surprised we got such good odds for this. I was expecting minus 150 for this. We're getting it at minus 135. Okay, sign me up. If you can ever get Shohei Otani at minus 135 to get 2 bags in one game, yeah, you take it. You take it. Shohei Otani has cleared this line in his last 5 games. And most of those are home runs, obviously. He's got 42 of them now this year. 41, 42 of them. Obviously hit another leadoff home run yesterday against the Toronto Blue Jays and Eric Lauer. All things considered, this is going to really work out for us today. For one, it could just be any ordinary game, and I would trust Otani to go out there and get us 2 bags. Whether it be 2 singles, whether it be a double, or a home run, this is one of the best hitters in baseball. Is he the most valuable player? No, it's Kyle Schwarber. But this is still one of the best hitters in baseball. And you look at what he's been doing right now, especially power-wise recently. 3 home runs in his last 4 games. He's on one right now. He just is. And on top of that, we detailed Otani's struggles. Otani's been hitting the ball for power great this season. We've talked about his struggles maintaining a high average. And again, Otani batting 265, 270, any hitter in the league batting that's great, and at the power numbers that he's at obviously is amazing. I'm talking Shohei is in a league of his own. He's in that superstar tier where 270 for a guy like him, you expect a 290 average Shohei Otani at the minimum, or 280 average. Well, he's back in the 280s. He's at 285 again, 284 I believe it is. In the month of August, Shohei Otani's batting 470. He's heating up, and he's heating up at the right time for the playoffs. And by the way, this is not about Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts is heating up as well. I think he got his swing fixed in Tampa thanks to JD Martinez. Otani, though, is on a heater again, and we're going to ride the wave of momentum. On top of that, it's Shohei Otani returning to Anaheim. I know they played in Anaheim last year, but in 3 out of the 4 games that Otani's played in Anaheim as a member of the Los Angeles Dodgers, Otani has reached 2 total bags in 3 out of 4 of those. Why wouldn't he do it here? Starting pitcher tonight for the Angels is Jose Soriano. Soriano is the definition of a mixed bag. He will have nights where he looks great, and then he'll have other nights like he did in his last start against the Tampa Bay Rays where he goes 4 innings, 7 hits, and 7 runs. Well, the start before that, though, against the Texas Rangers, Soriano went 7 innings, 5 hits, and only 1 run earned. He's the, again, definition of mixed bag. I know the pattern for Soriano this season has been good start, bad start. Usually it's usually 2 good starts in a row, maybe 3, and then he just completely blows up. And that was the pattern that happened again in that Tampa Bay start on August 5th. It's the Dodgers, guys. It's the Dodgers, and they're hitting the ball well. I know they lost yesterday. I know they lost to the Blue Jays, which was hilarious. Otani struck out at the end of the game, and then Betts grounded out. It's the Dodgers, and it's Otani in Anaheim, and it's the Dodgers playing the Angels, who are just, they're the other team in Southern California, I don't trust in Soriano in this spot, and I more than trust Shohei Otani to perform in Anaheim. I just do. Again, it's a ballpark he's more than used to. In this ballpark, as a member of the Dodgers, he is 3 for 4, hitting this mark, in this line, and in 4 out of his last 5 games, he's hit the 2 total bag mark. I think he gets it done with a home run. It just makes sense. This is just, I can see it now. Tomorrow on Twitter, the MLB pins a tweet. Shohei Otani is back in Anaheim, and he goes yard with the leadoff home run, first batter of the game. I see that. I can see the tweet right now. I can. If not, multiple singles will do it. A double will do it. This feels too good, right? Normally, a line like this, in my opinion, would be at -150. Just for a player at his caliber against the Angels. And oh, by the way, you get past Jose Soriano and you get a bottom 3 bullpen in baseball. Obviously, you add Uncle Luis Garcia, former Dodger, and Andrew Chafin to it, but it's still a bottom of the barrel bullpen for the Angels who refuse to ever sell. Give me Shohei Otani over 1.5 total bags. Big time players perform in big time moments, and this just feels like a no-brainer for me. We go on to our 4th best bet of the video. Let's go to our NRFI of the day. I know, again, we have to go to -145 odds for this. Hear me out. This feels pretty good, okay? So I stayed away from the NRFI yesterday. Nothing I liked. We went to 3 money lines. Actually 4 if you include the Nationals. We went 3-1 on the money lines yesterday. I am going to go back to the NRFI today. We go to San Francisco for Yu Darvish and Logan Webb. I don't see how this doesn't hit. I'm more concerned with Logan Webb against the Padres. And that's a good thing. Because if that's the toughest part of our play tonight, we should be fine. The Giants can't hit. They can't. They did, again, and I got to give a lot of credit to Brad Lord on Saturday, to Mackenzie Gore on Sunday. Those guys were fantastic. Because Mackenzie Gore's maybe his best start in this, in like 2 or 3 months yesterday. Again, 6 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 hits allowed, 0 runs for Mackenzie Gore. That's the return of the Mac. Absolutely loved the performance. I got to see it in person. But part of that is, the Giants are horrible offensively. And that's beyond Gore, obviously. Like you saw when the bullpen came in, PJ Pullen's dominating this lineup. Clayton Beater is having success out the bullpen, out the squad. Cole Henry, who's better than those two guys, obviously. But, the bullpen guys are even seeing success against the Giants. First inning-wise, Darvish, I know, has not been at his A game this year. I know Darvish has been a little bit shaky. Last start against the Diamondbacks, 4 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs. Didn't go deep in the game. Start before that was really good against the Metropolitans, 7 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs. But it's been a mixed bag for Darvish, 6.51 ERA. Guys, the Giants can't hit the baseball, though. They just can't. My biggest fear is a Rafael Devers home run, because Devers is heating up. The rest of the team's cold. Devers is getting there, though, right? Hit back-to-back home runs on Friday night and on Saturday. All right, ultimately, the Giants lose on Saturday, even with the Devers home run. But Devers is getting back there. I know he's only 230. He's only a 230 hitter as a Giant, but he's slowly building back up again. Elliot Ramos is still fantastic, still the worst base runner on the face of the planet. The rest of the lineup, though, is abysmal. Giants had 3 hits all game yesterday, and they were against score. The Nationals bullpen goes 9 up, 9 down against that team. I think they walked one guy, right? But, the Giants struck out 15 times total as a team yesterday. 10 of those were to Mackenzie Gore. The only 3 guys with hits were Elliot Ramos, Matt Chapman, and Patrick Bailey. And the Bailey hit was just I'm going to throw the bat out there. It was a bad hit. They're not a good hitting team. I'm concerned about Devers a little bit. Ramos, we should be fine. Adames will be fine. Likely Dom Smith is batting in the 4th spot with the righty and Darvish on the bump. I'm okay with that. Logan Webb against the Padres is the much more concerning part of this. But hear me out, guys. Tatis has not been a great hitter this season. He's been good, not great. I just need to clarify that. He has not been at Fernando Tatis standards. I know he went 2 for 3 yesterday, but still. Luis Ariz is amazing, obviously. Manny Machado's great. O'Hearn in the 4, and so far and so forth. That's a good lineup. I get it. Logan Webb's still an elite pitcher in baseball. He went through his struggles in July. Really struggled against the Dodgers, struggled mightily in Toronto against the Blue Jays, had his worst start of the year at home against the New York Metropolitans. His last 2 starts have been really good. 12 combined innings, 2 runs. They have both, though, been against the Pittsburgh Pirates, but that's the confidence boost and just the momentum needed for an all-star caliber, well, legitimately an all-star guy in Logan Webb. I don't know how the rest of the start goes, but I was in attendance the last time he pitched against the San Diego Padres, and Logan Webb went 8 shutout innings in that game. The Giants lost the game 1-0 in extra innings, though. And they didn't even give up a hit in extra innings. It was sack bunt, sack fly, Padres in the game 1-0. It was hilarious. We had Padres money line that day. And for as much as I want to fade the Giants today, there's just a money line pick the other late game tonight that I like more, and we'll get to that in a few moments. You obviously know the game. It's the only game left on the schedule for today. But I think Logan Webb's able to go out there and get 3 outs. We've seen him shut down the Padres before the season, and I think Darvish is going to be fine against an abysmal Giants lineup as well. So give me the NRFI today at Oracle Park between the Padres and the Giants, -145. Odds aren't great, but it's playable enough. Give me the NRFI here in San Francisco. We go on to our final best bet of the video as we move to our next money line. We're going to go with the Athletics at home against the Tampa Bay Rays at Sutter Health Park in Sacramento. The A's go on the road to Baltimore and they win 2 of 3. I get it, it's the Orioles. They're not playing the best baseball this season, but that's impressive out the Athletics. And don't look now, the A's are only like 4 games back of the Rays in the standings. Not of the playoffs, obviously, they're out. But the A's are legitimately just right there with Tampa now. The A's are playing good baseball. They went to the nation's capital, DC, and dominated the Nationals. They did get walked off in one of those games, but their wins were blowouts. They go to Baltimore, lose a tightly contested game on Friday night, win 11-3 on Saturday, and then come back from behind in the 9th inning yesterday to beat the Orioles 3-2. The A's at their best are a good team, right? Jacob Wilson's still out. That sucks. But this is a big reason for me taking the Athletics here. It's the pitching. And it's beyond Jeffrey Springs, who's been really good in his last 2 starts. Jeffrey Springs' last 2 starts have been incredible. Against the Mariners, against the Nationals. 12 combined innings, 2 runs, and 3 combined hits. Right? Mariners, 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. Nationals, 6 innings, 1 hit, 1 run. Hell, you want to go back to the start prior to that in Houston against the Astros, 6 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. That's against a playoff team in the Houston Astros. Jeffrey Springs has been really effective in his last 3 starts. And is he due for some regression? Probably. But it's not like the Rays are some juggernaut offensively. There's not, Tampa went to Seattle. They got swept. Did they play competitive games? Oh, they did. They got burned by Cal Raleigh in that series. Raleigh had a big home run Friday night, obviously, to come back from behind. Raleigh went yard in all 3 of those games. Yeah, Raleigh's hit 45 in the season now. I think he's the MVP. I think he is overjudged, especially if the Mariners finish with a better record than the Yankees, which is looking more and more likely that they do. My MVPs are Cal Raleigh and Kyle Schwarber. Okay, even though I don't mind Judge winning it though. Shohei, he's gonna win $1 million anyway. Give it to Schwarber this season. Okay. Anyways, Tampa's coming off losing 3 in a row, and here's the thing: it's demoralizing. I know, again, the Rays have waved the white flag on the season. They trade at the deadline. They sell at the deadline like they always do. But you're a team. You go into Seattle. You're coming off of winning a series in Anaheim against the Angels. And you should win Friday night, but Cal Raleigh hits a 3-run shot. You are coming from behind on Saturday, but you get put out by the Mariners eventually. And on Sunday, again, you just lose again. And now you got to go play in a minor league ballpark. You go from playing in front of 40,000 people to like 8,000 people in a minor league ballpark in Sacramento, California, in a ballpark that you've never played at before. And oh, by the way, Ryan Pepiot is struggling right now. I mean, this is a thing that I've gone to many times this season. I'm going to continue to go to it for as long as the A's play in Sacramento, and especially in this first year where they're just starting here and pitchers are pitching here for the very first time if they didn't pitch here in the minors, which I'm fairly confident Pepiot did not pitch. Oh, wait, Pepiot probably has pitched in Sacramento before. No, he hasn't. Because, wait, Dodgers or... No, they're Oklahoma. Definitely does not... No, yeah, he's not in the Pacific Northwest League. Wherever they call it. Pacific Coast League, the PCL? Yeah, no. So this is Pepiot's first ever time pitching in Sacramento. He did not pitch here in the minors in AAA, at least I don't think so. And he's never pitched here before, obviously. This is Tampa's first trip to Sacramento, California. Small ballpark, it's hot. Even those games are at 7 o'clock. It's still hot enough, ball flies. You're a guy who's been struggling recently. Pepiot's last 2 starts in New York and in Anaheim, at the Bronx, 4 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs. Angels, 5 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs. Obviously, the Angels start much better than that Yankees start, but you're not pitching at your best. You're walking a lot of guys. Walked 4 guys three starts ago, 3 guys in the Yankees start, 2 guys in the Angels start. You're struggling. Your team has lost 5 out of the last 6 games that you have started for them. Your ERA is now up to 3.77. It was a 5 ERA in July. This screams A's victory. Pepiot did get the win the last time that he did face off against the Athletics on July 2nd. Different environment. I know it's, not a huge ballpark either. It's in Tampa. There's the Yankees spring training facility, obviously, away from the Trop. But you get the A's at home this time, and Jeffrey Springs is on a heater. Or sorry, the Rays get the A's on the road. The Rays are in Sacramento. I like the A's a lot in this spot. You look at the last time Jeffrey Springs pitched against the Rays. That was in that same series. Day before, though, Pepiot started on July 1st. He went 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 runs. I mean, that's serviceable. But you got to look at what Springs has done recently. And the Rays lineup, to me, it's never moved me this year. I've never been a big believer in Tampa. And this is just what Tampa does, obviously. They don't have a lot of guys that are going to wow you, right? Chandler Simpson's a baller. I'll give him that. Middle of the lineup, like Diaz will have his nights, Brandon Lowe will have his nights, Caminero is going to have his nights, Josh Lowe will have his nights as well, Josh Lowe, Brandon Lowe, those guys are going to have their nights, I get that, but man, the bottom of this lineup right now, it's bad. I mean, Christopher Morel, Ha-Seong Kim, their catcher, Fiducia, I believe is how you say his name, is not hitting the ball that well right now. They're just a team that waved the white flag at the deadline, and they're preparing for 2026, so... I like the A's a lot in this spot. We know what the A's lineup brings, obviously. You get the young guys at the top of the lineup that are dangerous. Rooker, Kurtz, and Butler. Shade Langoliers, they've gone to a Shea leadoff role, which was really great in D.C. Obviously, he hit 3 home runs in a game where he led off against the Nationals, 2 off of Mackenzie Gore. He's got the average up to 270 this season. You know how much Rooker, Kurtz, and Butler can kill you. Even without Jacob Wilson, the A's are still dangerous. I am concerned about their bullpen, sure, but I believe Jeffrey Springs is going to give us good enough innings, and I think the Athletics are going to win the first of this 3-game set in Sacramento against the Rays. A's money line -110 here at home. So, folks, thank y'all for watching our MLB Best Bets here on August 11th. If you have not yet, though, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to comment if you do disagree with any of the picks. We'll be back tomorrow for more daily MLB Best Bets. Folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.